Hello Jazzmaster and Jaguar fans. This is my first video ever, and today we're going to look at the tremolo piece on this custom shop surf green Jazzmaster. Before that happens, this guitar has been adjusted using the truss rod relief gauge from Stuart McDonald, as well as the string height adjustment gauge, as well as the radius adjustment gauge, and all of these parameters have been set, with the neck relief being about -2 at the 6th fret using that gauge. Also, the bridge has been replaced. Because, as we know, this standard bridge for years has been difficult to deal with because the strings pop out of the grooves, and getting the proper string height without the buzz is impossible. Both of these issues have been resolved, since they could not be resolved by Fender, by John Woodland from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Who's he? Well, there he is right there, as one of the authors of the story of Paul Bigsby. And the rest of his history you can get from his website. And in my opinion, he has revolutionized Jaguars and Jazzmasters, first of all by the Mastery Bridge, which resolves all of the previous problems and makes these guitars very playable, and by his new tremolo tailpiece. The problem here is that this thing flops around and falls off, as we know. It's too low to be properly used for the purpose intended. What he has created, and what we're going to put on today, is this wonderful replacement. And here it is, right out of the wrapping paper. Get rid of that. Here's the replacement that will work so much better and resolve all of these issues. In order to accomplish this, we need the electric screwdriver and the very wonderful Ernie Ball string winder. These are 11 gauge flat wound strings, which I seem to prefer on Jaguars and Jazzmasters. What I'm going to do is remove the strings, slip them out of this piece, remove it, and put in the new Mastery tremolo piece. Now, it's certainly easier to do this by just cutting the strings off and starting over, but these are good strings, and at whatever, $17 a set, we can still use these. So we just need to straighten out the coil and then thread it through and save the string. I'll do that and be right back to you. Now we have one stringless tailpiece and Jazzmaster, and now we're going to remove this and put the new one on. Okay, screws are out. Again, this is too low to be useful, and it falls out and it flops all around. Everybody knows about this. So we remove this, and right about there is the ground wire. Now look at the difference on this. First of all, underneath here, you can adjust the tension on the arm. High quality, thick gauge spring, and an arm that stays where you put it. Put that right in there where it belongs. Now look at the height already. It's different, and it's not flopping around. It won't fall off. And let's just secure that in with the screws. And again, we're all set with the screws that are supplied. Look how high the bar is. Look how it doesn't flop around. It stays where you put it. Now we're going to string it up. And here we are, all strung up. Look at that. That's the way Leo wanted it to be. I think the best thing that's happened to Fender in a long time is John Woodland creating these two pieces, period. The tremolo piece falling off, as you all know, has been an issue. I've talked to the Fender Custom Shop since 2009 with no results, and John comes along and resolves all of these issues. Well, that's my first video, and all of this maintenance took about 20 minutes, and now created a guitar that's very playable and worthy of its name and heritage. Thanks for watching.